Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my channel and thanks for joining me for this video. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Astonishing X-Men Cyclops action figure. I'm super stoked to get this guy out of the box and check him out, as I only have really like one Cyclops that I really enjoy, so I think he's going to be a lot of fun and will be fun to take some cool pics of. So yeah, this is the Astonishing X-Men version of Cyclops, so a little bit of an outfit change from your like Jim Lee style, your regular Cyclops. And I think it's pretty unique. That's one thing I do enjoy about the X-Men is all their different costume changes, depending on what you're watching or reading. The different versions of them I think are all pretty unique and cool. So I really dig this costume. So I'm really excited to get this guy out and check him out. But let's go ahead and take a look at the box first, and then we'll get him out and see what we're getting inside, see what we're getting into. So here on the front, we can see we got a cool picture of Cyclops, the actual figure there, with the X-Men logo there at the bottom. Well, here on this side, we've got all the other figs that are part of this Build-A-Figure wave. This side, we get a pretty cool picture of the Astonishing X-Men Cyclops there in his art form, and some actual artwork, I should say. And then another picture of the figure here on the back, and then it shows his accessories, which is just an extra set of hands. So that's pretty much it for the box. We're gonna go ahead and crack this guy open and check out the figure. Alright, so we got Cyclops out, and he's standing up looking pretty cool. My first impression is the costume looks awesome. This is a pretty slick looking figure, so I enjoy that. That's pretty cool. But we'll go ahead and take a look at his articulation, and then we'll get a little bit of a closer look at his paint apps, and also check out his accessories, which is just an extra set of hands, but we'll still take a look at those. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out his articulation. So his head goes all the way around there. He can look down like that. He can look up like that. And then you get a little bit of side-to-side movement, but not much going on there. And of course, his arms go all the way around here. He does have bicep swivels. Those look pretty good. That means he's gonna be able to get his arm up like that, right up to his face, and even kind of across his chest. And then also back like that for some running, jumping poses, stuff like that. So he'll be able to do some pretty cool poses like that. And he does have a bicep swivel here. He's got double jointed elbows, so he can get his hand all the way up to his shoulder like that. Then of course his wrists swivel around and they hinge up and down like that, at least on these two hands, like that. And then his little bracers here, they are actually loose, so they spin around there, those move. So there's ab crunch, his legs out straight, you bend back like that, he can crunch forward like that, and then of course his waist swivels around. He's got thigh swivel there. His legs actually get out pretty far. His legs on hinges get out like that, so not quite the splits. He can kick up like that, pretty good. And then he's got double jointed pinless knees that always just look so smooth and slick. He can get his leg up like that. Then he does have a calf swivel, boot swivel there, and then his ankles hinge up, down, and then they rock back and forth as well. So pretty good articulation there. And yeah, I love all the figures coming out with the pinless joints. It just looks super smooth and clean. So he's got the pinless joints here on the elbow and the knee, looking pretty good, looking pretty dope. I like it. So we're gonna get this like color light out of the way here for a moment, and then we'll get a little bit of a closer look at the paint. So I will say there's one thing that if I can make any, I usually don't really complain, but the one thing about Cyclops figures is I feel like they just don't do them right by, I mean, the love triangle Cyclops was great because he had his just multiple looks for his head, and not everybody wants to have his visor with something coming out of it. I feel like. I think it's the, is it the House of X Cyclops that also kind of, he has two heads, but one of them you can put his blaster coming out, and then the other one has like the blaster coming off both sides, but none of them with just either the clean visor. Well, I don't know. I feel like they always kind of make him have something going on here, and I'm just like not feeling it. I almost feel like I would cut that off with a razor, and I might just do that because I don't know. I don't feel like I always want something going on with this mask. I feel like I kind of want it to just like be regular, or pretend that it's coming out. Or I do like when it's hollow and then you can insert the actual blaster there. That's pretty cool. I like that. But then I would also want an alternate head without something. So I feel like Cyclops always kind of gets, the short end of the stick when it comes to like access. And not only that, he doesn't really have any other weapons or anything. He just usually comes with an extra hand or two. So I feel like he's just kind of weak on the accessories, or he should come with 2 or 3 heads, since he doesn't come with a bunch of other accessories and stuff, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. It doesn't make me right. But he does look really good, and the effect looks really cool. So I can't knock it for not looking cool. He's got kind of a RoboCop look in this costume. I really dig that. But getting a little bit closer on the face here, I think his face looks really good. The flesh tones for his lips look nice. Well, even just his skin, his face here is nice, and then the tones of his lip are pretty good. I like that. And then they even got like a little dimple there on his chin. I think that looks really good. That's a really good head sculpt, in my opinion. I like that, or should I say at least just the face. It looks really great. And then his costume here, it's got like the seam running down the middle, so it almost looks like it's got some stitching going on there. I feel like that detail is really rad. I feel like that looks cool. You can see it kind of flexing there, and just, it doesn't look the same on both sides, so it gives it like a real natural, like stretchy look, like he's really stretched in this tight costume. I think that looks really good. And then the gold going down, that actually looks really nice. It's like a metallic gold, so like this, I mean, it matches up good, but this isn't the same going on here. But the pinstripe looks really sharp. Like, that looks really nice and well done. Does not look sloppy at all. So I think that looks really cool. And then you got his belt here, which does move around. You can move it around, but it feels like it's kind of locked down on the center there. Yeah, it actually has a little, like a little pin there, and a little hole that goes in there in the front, right by his belly button there. So you could actually like kind of unsnap that if you wanted to move it around, but you can move it, but it does have a little pin there. And then, so yeah, the bracers and his belt are made of like a different plastic, and they're not the same metallic gold as the pinstripes here, but I think it still works really well. I think that looks really nice. And you get the little red paint, the X-Men logo there on his belt, and that looks really clean. They just got it right in the little triangles, nice, without, getting it all over. It looks pretty clean, not sloppy at all. So then going down here, we got little stretch marks there on his butt, and then down the legs of his costume. I don't know, I feel like this costume just looks really slick. I feel like they did a good job on this. And he's got the pinstripes again here at the boot cut, boot swivel there. And yeah, so I think the paint looks really nice. I don't think that's, yeah, this actually does swivel down here too. So this last little dealy going on here, this last little gold band, this actually turns separately, independently of his boot as well. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I really dig this figure, like a lot more than I thought I was. And if you knew what price I got this for, you'd be like, that's even better for sure. I think I literally got this for like $7.50 at Target on the clearance. So I don't know, maybe people aren't loving it, but no, Target just seems to always have really good sales once stuff's there for a couple weeks. So yeah, I really dig this costume, and I'm like, I'm kind of really taken away with it. The pinstripe really stands out, and it's just super clean. To be honest, I think that's kind of partially what I don't like about my House of X. I think it is Cyclops, is that the paint between the white and the blue is just, it's just messy, and it looks like different paint is used between 2 different parts. And like, I don't know, I'm sure this is easier because it's all blue, but the gold pinstripe really does it for me. That just looks really slick, and even just the costume looks so nice. I like it. Good job. Good job, Hasbro. I really dig it. So we'll go ahead and check out his accessories here. Oh, sorry for the crinkling, should have just took those out. But we get an extra set of hands, and it looks like these both hinge in and out, or I should say just up and down as well. But yeah, more like in and out, if your hand's gonna be out forward, so in and out. But we'll go ahead and swap one of those on there in a minute and see how those look. But you got his blaster effect hands. He's gonna reset up there and blast people, and then he's got kind of like, so he's got the clenched fist hands come on him, and then you've got this open, you know, almost like a hand shaking looking hand. So pretty cool little action hand going on there. So that's it for his accessories. He just gets the hand, and that's it. But we'll go ahead and measure him and see how tall he is. And Cyclops is coming in at about 6 1/4 inches. 6 1/4. So that seems pretty accurate. I should have actually used my other one to kind of reference against him. But yeah, the Cyclops rocks. I think he's pretty cool. I'm gonna get him stand up next to Captain America here. So that's him next to the Cap. And then we'll actually go ahead and bring Spidey over. Try to get him to stand a little bit. Renew your vows, Spidey. We'll get him standing there next to him. Just for a little bit of reference on the size. I think he fits in pretty good there. We'll go ahead and take out the Cap. Pop in a little Wolverine action there. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty accurate. You know, Wolverine being a little bit shorter, only coming up to just a little bit above Cyclops' shoulders. I think that's pretty accurate there. And we'll take Spidey out and set him. We'll set him back over here. He makes a good background bro. And then we will get Iron Man over and stand Iron Man next to him. Iron Man should be a little taller there. Yep. And I think that looks pretty good. So, yeah, so that is your Astonishing X-Men Cyclops by Marvel Legends. I think he is really cool. And, you know, I got him at a little bit of a discounted price. That made it all the more sweeter. But even at his regular price, I think he is a great action figure. And I'm really excited to get him in my collection and pose him up with some of my X-Men figs in my little X-Men area. We'll go ahead, just for the sake of it, we'll go ahead and swap on one of his alternate hands here. Give his blaster hand there. Give him a little bit of a pose there. Looking pretty cool. Yeah, I think they knocked it out of the park with this figure. Like I said, I do sometimes wish that they would not have the effects on his visor, or just like have one with it and one without, one plain or something, or you would get some of his unmasked heads. More of those would be great too. And I think there's some other people you could probably use for that, but some more of the unmasked Scott Summers heads, like the love triangle, like once with his sunglasses on, rocking the aviators or something. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, overall though, I think this is a great figure either way, and I might actually get rid of that little effect there. That way he can just not have that and look pretty slick. So, all right, cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have some shots of him here at the end, take some photos of him. I hope you guys enjoyed those, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you like it. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more future videos. And other than that, that is it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.